Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Jabari Mongoose here with my Pokémon Black Randomizer Nuzlocke challenge. Reviewing my team here, we have Love Song the Raichu, we have Macarena the Ludicolo, we have Bibi the Celebi, which is our starter, Loki the Zorua, Pinchy the Drapion, and Chopper the Druddigon. Today we go up against Elisa. Last episode was a huge grind fest against rivals. We went on a date with that hunk of a man, and we got some new encounters. I'm keeping my team the same right now. There are some Pokemon considering to swap in, but I will bring them in when I feel necessary, or maybe just because it's a randomizer until any of these Pokemon get knocked out. I don't know. So here at the start of the fight, Elisa has a Beedrill, and I decide to show off the Water Spout Raichu. Now, I run out of PP quickly on this because I forgot to heal after I used it once in the battle, so that was my fault. So Water Spout has 4 PP instead of 5. And yes, Raichu's using Water Spout because one of the randomized TMs I got was for Water Spout that Raichu could originally learn the original TM, but I forget what it was. So here I make a huge error. The Beedrill set up Toxic Spikes, and I should have just hard switched into Pinchy right here to absorb the Toxic Spikes, but honestly I wanted to show off Druddigon. I was just focused on that with Druddigon. I just wanted to show it off and use it because it's brand new and I'm excited for it. So it takes care of the poison and the Illumise pretty well, but a lot of unnecessary damage, because you see here, now I hard switch into Pinchy because I realized the mistake I made. And now Pinchy absorbs the Toxic Spikes, but this is Elisa's last Pokemon, so really there was no point. But a few bites was all that was needed. Thank you, Pinchy. And we got our 4th badge. We are now halfway through the gym challenge. The last thing to see was what randomized TM I got. So instead of Volt Switch in this game, it's High Jump Kick. And honestly, I actually did put this on Raichu, but I decided to get rid of it and just teach it another attacking move because I don't think it's necessary, and I want Raichu to be more of use more powerful special attacking moves. So now we go to Route 16 here, because I honestly forgot I could go to Route 16 before fighting Elisa to get my encounter, and it's a Carnivine. Like Macargo, which was one of my newest encounters, I don't mind Carnivine, but it's not like the power and the PC I want to have. I want to have some good powerful Pokemon in reserve for in case I lose some of my strong guys here, but right now, really lacking, because right now at this point it's a Macargo, it's a Fione, and now a Carnivine. But I'll make do with what I have. And then, so now we have Venus, the Carnivine, on our team. Hey guys, this is Jabari Mongoose here with a recording session after this original session, and this is because I forgot about Lost Lorem Forest and I didn't realize it until I was in the middle of grinding. So I decided to go ahead and do it real quick, and my encounter here was a Kecleon. Not something I am upset about. I actually really like Kecleon. The thing is, if it was a Protean Kecleon, that would be a different story, but it doesn't exist in this generation, and it's color change. Again, color change is a double-edged sword because it could be really good, or I could end up getting Kecleon bad typing that could easily get killed without me knowing. So really something I don't know if I want to risk, but for right now we have Kecleon, and I nickname him Shift. No, the reason I call him Shift is because of his color change thing, and that's because that was the name of a superhero I used to play in a tabletop game. So a little bit more personal nickname to me than like some kind of a reference. And then right here you see I forgot to hit record before I did my encounter, so I decided to go back to Route 16 and go back into Lost Storm Forest so everyone can see the title, knowing that this was a new encounter. So, and now we're back to the original recording. So, big important thing here is we go up and get our next rival fight. Charon's Golem is starting to make me afraid because originally it was a Graveler and I was playing around the self-destruct and everything, but now it's a Golem. I really don't know if it has self-destruct or if the AI will even use it, but at least it's not a sturdy Golem. So a Mega Drain defeats the Golem. I hard switch into Pinchy, who has just been now my Toxicroak counter right now because it has the randomized move Extrasensory from a TM. And so we break through the Swagger because I thought it was worth it, and we one-shot Toxicroak with a Extrasensory. And so then he brings out Swinub, which if that stays on his team, that's going to be dangerous in the future as a Mamoswine. But it's just a Swinub, a Bite defeats it, and then we have Golduck. And right here, because I am confused and he disabled my Bite, I did not see any reason to keep Pinchy in, and so I go right into Raichu, which I did not, unless people didn't see from my really quick team screen, I really need to let those go longer, let them breathe a little bit more. But Love Song has a choice band. And right here, Pinchy learns Toxic Spikes, and I decided to get rid of Pin Missile, even though it has been a lot of help for us in the early game. I think now is a good time to get rid of it, and now Pinchy is going to probably be my lead for most of these randomized fights, because I don't know what's going to appear on the mini bosses and the main gym leaders teams, and we'll just set up a Toxic Spikes hazard. So Elisa introduces us to Alder, and we go into a very interesting double battle here. This is one of the highlights that I like randomizers, and I wanted to keep this fight in, because these two preschoolers just had 2 hurt ears. Honestly, nothing too special. It was still a good double battle fight, because I always like multi-battles in the stories of the game, but here it's more interesting because it's randomized, because we have a Shuppet and a Victini versus my Ludicolo and Sharon's Golem. So after staying in for a turn, I got a little afraid, and so I decided to hard switch into Dragon because they were using a lot of physical moves, and I figured I could take advantage of Dragon's Rough Skin. Golem takes out the Shuppet first. I don't know why it didn't go for the Victini. Maybe it just saw a KO. A kill with the rock throw on the Shuppet, but as you can see here, not too much trouble. There's no V creates or any shenanigans like that. It's just flame charge and headbutts, and Chopper and Golem are more than enough to take care of it. So thank you, Sharon. Okay, so we get our counter in this route, and sure enough, or funny enough, it's a Shuppet, just like how the preschooler was using. So a little nice consistency here with this randomizer, which is weird. With a Stun Spore from Ludicolo, and then I decided to hard switch into Dragon because it used Spore. And with one throw, I got Shuppet. And because it's a female, and because Bayonet is a possessed doll, I decided to call it Annabelle. And from here, I show off some items I get. Like I got an X attack. Don't care about that. Going up on this hill more, I get a rock incense. I can probably make do with that. And then a ground gem. Again, I'm not getting a lot of gems for my Pokemon's types right now, but hopefully that'll change in the future when I get to the later gym leaders and the Elite Four and champions. Also, below the route, right behind that fence, for me was a max ether. I go back and heal. And so here is just a really quick sped up as far as I could of all the street performers and the trainers here on this route. Going back, playing through this game, because it's been a while since I've played Pokemon Black or White, I really like, this is probably my favorite route. It's short and simple. There's no complexity or puzzles to it. It's just going through some street performers and then going through the bridge into Driftvale City. But I just love how there's all these little sprites, these little NPCs of, you have a clown, you have a guitarist, you have a dancer, and there's even an artist down in the bottom left corner. There's just a lot going on here, and I really like it. So you're not talking about the game, but talking about my decision for keeping this is because, one, I just like the atmosphere of this route, but also or that viewers know that I am still playing this game legitimately, whether I'm recording or not. The only things I do off screen are gather any items from previously explored routes, because I'm probably not going to go back to them again in an actual playthrough. This is just a Nuzlocke challenge. Once I beat Ghetsis, that's it. There's no backtracking or anything from that point on. And also, yeah, I'm fighting trainers, I'm gathering items just to help with level grinding my teams and everything. And just whenever I can, I want to still show me playing through this as legitimately as possible and making sure there's still content. Like, I don't want this to be a short 10-minute video with nothing happening. But, you know, maybe it is entertaining enough. Again, any people who watch this want to give me any kind of critiques, please let me know in the comments. Keep it professional, keep it constructive. I'm not going to listen to any over swearing and bashing of anything. This is all new. This is a passion project I want to do. And so far I'm enjoying it a lot. I already know what Nuzlocke I'm going to do after this one, but I'm making sure all my attention is focused on this one first. So yeah, the RS is next, and again, just freaking anything that is spherical and can self-destruct is scaring me right now because I'm just anticipating it. But Macarena is doing a good job. So we have one more encounter before we get to Driftvale City. And it's over here on the drawbridge. Because in the original non-randomized Black and White games, you can get Ducklet on the bridge. So now I'm curious, what is it that we'll encounter instead? And it takes me a little bit. I end up finding a lot more wings than Pokemon at first. I'll use them just to throw on to some Pokemon stats that I feel needed, but not that it will probably make much of a difference. My philosophy on EV training and Nuzlocke is... Oh, never mind. Here's the encounter. It's a Volcarona, which At first I was very excited, but then I was reminded when looking through its level up set, Volcarona has a very, very bad level up set early on. Now that Gust did a lot of damage, but it's not stab, and I'm not going to rely on Gust for Volcarona, which does a lot of physical low power moves at first before we get to the nice quiver dances, the fiery dances at like the higher levels. The level cap gets us as high as level Pokemon is 54. Volcarona doesn't learn Quiver Dance until 57 or 59, whenever Larvesta evolves. And then it learns another special attack at level 60. Basically, the only way I'm going to get anything out of this Volcarona is if there's any TMs that I can teach it. Any good special attacking TMs that I can teach it. The thing is, I don't know if I'm going to get any of those. Because again, this is a randomizer. So this Volcarona is just pretty much just might be living in the PC for the rest of this Nuzlocke. So we'll see. I would like to get some use out of it. I think the bug and fire typing is fantastic. It's fast. It's a fantastic special attacker, but we're wrapping it up here. Clay says that because we lowered the drawbridge, some Team Plasma grunts escaped. Sharon and I are going to take responsibility for this and do some investigation and to apprehend them. So right here, I'm going to save. And then next time, we are going to look for Team Plasma and then hopefully challenge Clay. So, peace, everyone.